class, it's Instructor Paige, and welcome to week 5. You should pat yourself on the back. You've made it halfway through the course. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but we can really do this, I promise. And as always, I wanted to give you an announcement video to kind of give you some tips and some feedback on what to look out for the week ahead. Now this week, it can feel like a really heavy workload, which is why my first bullet point is to work a little at a time. That way you don't feel too overwhelmed, because this week you're going to work on your cover letter, your resume, and answering job questions. Now a lot of times, you can work it out, but if you don't have a resume or cover letter, it can feel like a lot longer. Definitely look at the supplemental material folder. In there I have a resume example. I have resume action words, which I really recommend using. And there's other things in there to kind of help you out with what to look for, what to put in your resume and cover letter, that kind of thing. The fourth bullet point you'll see is to apply what you've learned. This is really important, so if you have a resume or cover letter, a lot of students just like to throw it in and be like, boom, I'm done. But it's really important to apply what you've learned, because that's what I'll be looking for grading. So things like, having your resume to one page, to using the action words, to, remembering to leave off personal commentary, which is, saying, I'm awesome, which wouldn't we all like to say that on our resume? Is that just me? Now the next one is to look ahead. So definitely look ahead at what you've got to have completed this week. Read the chapters ahead of time. That way you're prepared. Now here's some 10 great tips for your resume. Now remember, if you have a resume, to tweak it, kind of use it for this assignment. Before reading all this, I do want to give you a tip, is to pretend you're applying for a certain job. Look ahead at the job that you want, or the position if you're wanting to be promoted after you have your degree. Really imagine after you have your degree what you'll be striving for. That way you can kind of use this resume and cover letter for later as well, because I really want you to succeed. So not only in the assignment, but I want you to do really well in the future. I've had students email me and call me and say, hey, I graduated and it was years ago, but they want help with their resume because they remember this from the class. Now please, if that's one of you later, or if you feel like, oh wow, I have this job interview coming up, don't worry, I'm here. You can reach out to me anytime. Now on the screen, I'll try to go through quickly. I like to keep these videos short and sweet, to the point. So I'll read a couple of these, but not all of them. And if you want more, just let me know. The first one, and really, really important for this class, is to drop your resume to one page. That's really hard because we like to give our whole life story on the resume. Now this is important because my mom's in HR, and I know a few others in HR. They really have a lot of candidates. So you have to have one page that is just stellar. You really want to get their attention. And remember, you don't have to put everything on there for your whole life story, jobs you had when you were in high school or something. It can be jobs that are applying for, relate to the job you're applying for. Or it can be, from the past 10 years, 5 years, whatever you want to do. Another one, this says to stay away from templates. Now, that's on there because templates can sometimes say, here, put an objective, but you don't always need an objective, especially if you're, really trying to have one page and you have a lot going on. Another one I'll kind of skip around is to include a professional summary. Now, sometimes that's to help fill in the gap, like your page isn't long enough. Remember, a professional summary. So it's things that you've learned on the job, like you're really good with Word or with programs, or you did really well with apprenticeship or something, or a leadership program. You never know. Now, I say professional because you don't want to put personal commentary on there. You don't want to say, I'm really awesome, I do really well in this situation. That's wonderful, but don't put it on your resume. That should be only things that can be weighed and really looked at. Your cover letter, on the other hand, is where you put the personal commentary. You put, hey, I did really great in this situation, so I'll be great for you and your company. Does that make sense? And then there's a few other ones like, outline your achievements, use bullet points. Remember to really go through our chapters this week to see what you'll be looking for and what to put into your resume. Because remember, you really want to show that you've learned something, because that's what I'll be looking for grading. So this week you'll be reading chapters 13 and 14. I really recommend reading the lectures and watching videos and even, going to mind tapping, kind of going over everything to really help you feel prepared. Another one is to complete your discussion. As always, we'll be talking about job interviews and are communication in a job interview on both sides. And then the other one is your assignment. You'll have your resume, your cover letter, and also the job questions. A lot of students leave off the job questions, and that's 20 points just deducted right there. And it's something I have to do because I follow the rubric for grading. So don't forget the job questions. So with your assignment, I really do recommend pretending that you're applying for a job. You just pretend you just got your degree and you're striving for whatever job you're wanting out there in the future. That way you're really able to, tailor your resume and your cover letter to that job you're wanting. That way you can use it later. It's a win-win. Now remember, this was a lot. I talked really fast because I wanted to keep this short. But if you do have any questions, please don't forget you can reach out to me. I do want to help you all. I want you to succeed in not only this class, but I want you to succeed in the future. Because if you're taking this class, you've got an interest in business or you've got an interest in communication. And I really want you all to succeed. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And I hope you all have a great week.